What's going on, guys? Jacob Ober here, coming to you with my reactions to Dallas versus Green Bay in Jerry World. The Packers beat the Cowboys yet again, 34-24, 10-point victory on the road for Green Bay without Devontae Adams and without a lot of their starting offensive linemen. Overall, a win today you have to be happy about. You have to be happy about the Packers winning no matter what. The fact that they even won this game coming in, I actually predicted them to win by 10 points. I thought that a lot of people were underestimating the Packers defense just because of one bad game they had against the Eagles last week. But their defense definitely showed up. The pass rush was there. The turnovers were there. Yeah, they gave up a lot of yards, but at the end of the day, the only thing that matters is how many points you give up. And most of the points that the Cowboys scored was essentially garbage time in hindsight. So overall, I like the performance overall. Aaron Jones, really got to talk about him. He was amazing today. Probably the best game he's had as a pro. 182 total yards and 4 touchdowns. He was phenomenal. And Aaron Rodgers, the stat line may not do him a whole lot of justice. 22 of 34, 230-some yards, no touchdowns or picks. Not a stat line that's going to jump out at you, but he made plays when he needed to. He threw the ball when he needed to. And really, I think that's kind of coming into the season. I don't think a lot of people realized that was kind of the goal of this offense. They wanted to make Aaron Rodgers a player into where he only needs to make plays when he needs to, not he has to make plays all the time. And Aaron Rodgers made plays when he needed to. In crucial points of the game, that's when Aaron Rodgers showed up, and that's why the Packers won this football game. So, overall, I want to say that I wanted to say, I don't know if I still want to say it. The performance was obviously good, and obviously you have to be happy with a victory on the road against a 3-1 Dallas team. But, the Packers really need to learn how to close out football games better. Now, I get it. We won the game. That's all that matters in the end. But when the Packers face a legitimately good team at some point this season, they're going to need to close out that football game better than they did today. And Dallas is a good team. I don't think they're anything close to a Super Bowl contender. I think they've fared really well based on the strength of their schedule so far, and I think that they're definitely going to make the playoffs because of the strength of their schedule and the fact that the NFC East is pretty weak outside of Dallas and Philadelphia. But, I don't know. I want them to close games better. Like, the game was 31-3 late in the third quarter, and the Packers, it came down to the final 2 minutes of the game when the Packers won it. I want them to put the game away before the Cowboys can even think about making a comeback. I wanted that today, and, I can't be mad with a victory. In the Packers, as a whole, the entire game, they played pretty well. If you look at the game as a whole, they played really well on the road in Jerry World, and Aaron Jones was phenomenal, like I said, and I thought the defense did a really good job at forcing turnovers, even though maybe one or two of those was a bit lucky, but they got to close out the game better. You can't be letting teams breathe in these situations. When the Packers kicked the field goal to make it 34-7, I was like, okay, I can breathe. The Packers are up 17 points. It's midway through the fourth quarter. There's probably not going to be a comeback by Dallas here. The next drive, Dallas scored in 20 seconds. You just can't let that happen. And, there was a lot of positives today. One of the negatives was Jair Alexander and the coverage by the defense as a whole of Amari Cooper. I didn't think Amari Cooper was that good. Maybe he is that good. But you can't let a guy go for 226 yards on you. You just can't let that happen. Okay? The Packers, that irritated me a lot. But, once again, the main thing is that we won the game, and that's all that matters. And I'm trying to keep this video short because I have a movie at 7:30, and I'm filming this at 7:05, so I really have to go soon. But one last thing that I really want to point out. The officiating today was horrible on both sides. There were some terrible calls that the Packers got away with, the terrible calls that the Cowboys got away with. In the end, I think it kind of all evened itself out, but the NFL has to fix their officiating. They really do. It's horrible. It's absolutely horrible. I just can't continue to, the product on the field. Yes, I love football, and I'm obviously going to keep watching football because it's my favorite sport, but the NFL is doing it best as it can to make the game as as the least appealing possible. There are so many stoppages of play. There are so many flags. There are so many BS calls. It's gotten almost out of hand now. Like, I just can't. It's so irritating to me. But focusing, on the game as a whole, like I said, the Packers played good enough. They won on the road. They're 4-1. They lead the NFC North. And at the end of the day, for the fourth time, I think I've said this year, all that matters is that the Packers won. And they found a way to win, even if they blew a big lead or almost blew a big lead. They still built that lead and they still played that first half. And I think that's what a lot of people forget. But I really want them to close games better. But like I said, overall, a really good performance by the team. So anyways, guys, that's all I have for today. Thanks for watching. Leave a comment in the comments section below. How do you feel about that performance by the Packers today? Be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, AlbertSports41512, and on Instagram, username Jacob_Ober. And I'll see you guys next time. Go Pack, go.